Wesley and Will. Welcome, Star Wars fans. It's Lando Calrissian, and I'm here with the Wren.
And I'm only back on this stupid show for Force Friday because this Jack says he needs to say something to me. So I can't imagine what it is you have to get off your chest.
Well, that's right. It's Force Friday. I know millions and millions of Star Wars fans are out there getting their Star Wars memorabilia for Rogue One. I'm sure you're picking up all the Lando Calrissian action figures and glasses. But what's more important right now is I gotta talk to the Wren. Wren, why did you do what you did when you did it? You killed your own father, your own flesh and blood. What about your mother? What about your uncle? What about me and the millions and millions of Star Wars fans out there on this wonderful Force Friday? You disappointed them all. You're a bad man. You do bad things to good people. And someone's got to hold you accountable, Wren. And that's why Lando's here.
Okay, I'm gonna stop you right there, Reverend Calrissian. Don't you come preaching to me just because you found Jesus once you were done hawking Colt 45. When my father was on Cloud City, you not only betrayed him, but you spent the entire time he was there trying to mate with his woman.
That was different. Just a little misunderstanding.
And then, when you went to look for him, you were wearing his clothes, flying his ship. The only thing you didn't do was rip his face off and wear it as a mask.
That was my ship, and he borrowed those clothes. But what you did, that's unredeemable. There's no coming back from that. The millions and millions of Star Wars fans don't want to see you come back from it. They want to see you dead. You're no better than that dirty, rotten, smelly Darth Vader.
You see what you made me do? Happy Force Friday!
Why do you keep inviting that douchebag?
I have no idea. And we're back. Not a good idea.
No, that looked bad on paper.
Yeah. Welcome to the other side. It's Force Friday. I'm sure you know that by now. And we just wanted to chit-chat a little bit about what's going on in the world of Star Wars. My frustration, actually, looking for action figures. Everybody knows I'm going to end up on Hoarders one of these days with my Star Wars collection. But again, I decided to go out and sing karaoke instead of stand in line, thinking there'll be plenty of these figures because this isn't supposed to be as big as Force Awakens, Rogue One, you know.
Yeah,
I'm sure Hasbro wouldn't repeat the same mistake.
Well, apparently they did.
Apparently they did, because all I could find was 6-inch action figures.
Yeah. Well, that's just. I don't really understand the limited release on things. Being it scarce, you think they want to make money, fans are going to go out and buy it. It doesn't matter if it's just, 9 different versions of Stormtroopers and things like that. But yeah, it's not as big as Force Awakens, but your fans are still going to go out and they're going to buy them. And yeah, he's really cool.
We got new robots. It's not just about Stormtroopers.
Yeah, all right.
But it's just frustrating, I understand it's the whole marketing concept of this, get you pumped up for the movie. You release a few action figures now, and then you release the whole gambit later. But with Force Awakens, it's not how it worked out. There was a few figures that if I hadn't been there on the day they were released, I wouldn't have got them, and you would have had to order them online where you pay double, and that's what's going to happen this time, and end up paying more. So Hasbro, it'd be nice if you released more shit. That'd be a little helpful.
Well, and it could be an idea of stretching the marketing. You get your initial influx of action figures, and then who knows, much like with Force Awakens, they released that Rey with the blue lightsaber, and Disney threw a conniption fit. So, once again, just like with the authors, who knows, maybe there's something that happens in Rogue One, and they're like, nope, you're not releasing that shit yet. We want the movie to come out. Because to their credit, Disney is trying to keep these things as spoiler-free as possible, even though most people knew the entire plot of Force Awakens before it even came out.
Yeah.
But maybe they're trying to curtail certain things with their action figures. There could be more to come. But yeah, it's... Thinking back to yesteryear, not to put a date on ourselves, but it has gotten lacking. Playsets, not made anymore. It is a lot less in what you get. I mean, this guy's pretty cool, but... he's just a big version of something that's in there. He kind of looks like the medical droid that fixed Luke up on Hoth, to be honest.
Yeah, he does. I would really... If they did any playset out of any of these movies, I think Rogue One has to redo the Death Star. It's the Star Wars Death Star station. Han Solo and Chewie have escaped. The trash compactor. What? Can Obi-Wan Kenobi stop Darth Vader? No! It's all your fault! He would have been better! You! All your fault! What are you looking at? The Star Wars Death Star from Kenner. But it's not all about bitching about action figures today. I also wanted to talk about Star Wars Rebels. We didn't get a chance to talk about that yet. What did you think about the Season 3 opener?
It was alright. Little boring. I did like seeing the pull towards the dark side of Ezra. I think Ezra comes across, honestly, how Anakin should have come across in the prequels, where he's whiny, but he's also capable, a little dark. He's got an edge to him. But yeah, not as action-packed as the season opener from Season 2, but also in Season 2 you had Darth Vader coming for them, so there was that anticipation where Grand Admiral Thrawn's cool, he's not in it much, but not as big a oh shit moment.
Yeah, I agree. And maybe they didn't want to repeat that because you did have the confrontation with Darth Vader and Kanan and Ezra in the last season opener. So I thought when the Star Destroyer showed up, it was going to be Grand Admiral Thrawn, but I guess they're going to save him for a bigger battle. As he let the heroes get away so that he's going to try to round up all of these rebels all at once.
Yeah, no, it's sound military strategy, and that could be a good difference from what they did in Season 2, having somebody who's fighting them with his mind rather than with a lightsaber.
Yeah. So, yeah, I thought it was a little slow. Again, I thought they were going to carry that tension between Ezra and Kanan a little more.
They still might.
Yeah. So we got a better way of how Obi-Wan and Anakin should have gone.
Yeah.
It's kind of like they're redoing that one a little bit. But I finished Aftermath Life Debt a couple months ago now, and I hadn't had a chance to talk about it, so I thought Force Friday would be a good time to throw a little minor book review in there. This is the second book in the Aftermath series. I'll probably pick up the third one, but this book was a little better. But some of the scenes in there, they just seem forced. Like some characters that he puts in the book, it just seems forced. Like he's trying to tell this bigger story, Like Maz Kanata's in the book, and it just doesn't need to be there.
Yeah.
He's trying to bridge that gap, and she stops a fight in her club. It just wasn't important to me. But the main theme is Han Solo helping Chewie free Kashyyyk, which that part of the story is really cool. The bits of information that I did enjoy is, you find out that Han Solo and Leia, they got married on the moon Endor. I thought that was really cool. Leia is pregnant in this book, and she can feel, she feels the pregnancy, and she can feel that it's a son, so you do see her using the Force a little bit with her intuitions. Some of the newer characters, I still don't give a crap. These ragtag bounty hunter hitman type group, I'm not into them. I do like Grand Admiral Sloane. She's busy trying to investigate who Gallius Rex is, and he's a stowaway who was on the planet from Jakku. He had met with Palpatine, hung out with him for a while, and Palpatine sent him on a mission back to Jakku to look over something for him. That part was pretty interesting. They threw Masamune in it. He was at the Senate. He's the big blue, large
blue guy with the horns
Yeah.
that followed Palpatine around like a dog.
Other than that, it's just, I'm sorry, they just do not compare to like Bloodlines. So there's a little bit of good information in there, or interesting things like the Acolytes of Beyond. They wear black hoods, and they tag buildings with Vader Lives, and they end up robbing a museum and stealing a red lightsaber. I thought that was kind of cool, considering in the first book they were trying to buy a crystal from a red lightsaber crystal. So he's putting little tidbits in there, but it's like it's only a 3-book arc.
Yeah,
so it's like by the third, and it looks like everybody's headed back to Jakku. That story was covered in Beyond the Stars, written by Claudia Gray. Oh, look at me remembering.
Well, you know, I mean, that's what you're gonna get. There's only so much that, you know, these authors coming in to write these books are allowed to play with. I mean, I'm pretty sure all of them have been told that you even mention Luke Skywalker, you get shot in the forehead.
Yeah.
So that they're working within a very tight framework to try and tie things up. So, and who knows what restrictions are on them, what Disney has said, you can talk about this, you can't talk about that.
Yeah, it just seems like, you know, in Claudia Gray's books, again, like Bloodlines, even though she's given like a little bit to work with, boy, she makes the most of it. So her books are just spectacular. Aftermath, Life Debt, you know, if I was kind of a, 4-star kind of guy, I'd probably give it maybe 2. It was just kind of frustrating. It was better than the first one, but it just didn't do it for me. And that was something else that was mentioned in
Hux
Aftermath.
is a bastard.
That Hux's dad, you know, was fooling around. So now we know why Hux is so pissed off.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
Little illegitimate bastard.
So, happy Force Friday, and thanks for watching our show, and we will see you next time.
Yep, we gotta bury Lando.
Poor Lando.